So this is the Bassani Road Rage long exhaust. It still has the fiberglass packing in there. So we're going to take that out today, but this is the startup of what it sounds like with that packing still in there. We're going to rev it up a little bit. It sounds pretty good when you rev it up, but we're going to take that packing out. There's going to be 2 bolts right here in the back. There's a clamp right there and another clamp right there, and you get them from the bottom right here. But I think you only have to remove this one right here. We'll come back to you. Here it is with the muffler off. Push that down to the chair right here. That little clamp on the back that was back there was actually holding on to right here. It's for this piece right here. It's just for that trim piece. Loosen that as much as you can get it, but without it coming off, so that way it won't stick on the pipe. Now you're just going to have to pull off these Allen bolts right here, and they are a 4mm Allen, and that one of them should take off this piece, and then the other one is connected to the baffle. So after you tap the end piece off, you have this, and this is supposedly the hard part to get out. So we're going to try to do it, but we'll be putting this piece back in. Also note that on the other side of that trim cover right here, that I tapped out with my palm of my hand, there was also a nut underneath it holding it. I thought I heard one inside the baffle, but I think I'm wrong because I don't hear it rolling around in there. So my little plan is, I hear everybody try to use a pry bar, and I'm going to try to use a jack handle to get it out, and just use the weight of the exhaust to get all that out. And by the way, make sure after you get done with this part, or even whenever you pull it off, you might want to wear some gloves, because the fingerprints will burn onto the chrome. So whenever I put it back on, I'll wipe it down real good and then put on some gloves. So hopefully you got a new exhaust like me, and all this stuff is still wrapped up inside there. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying that this was still stuck in that other pipe. This is actually your baffle. And so that other piece that I thought was a bolt that was in there is not. It's just a little clip. And that's what clips onto that bolt on the back to hold the baffle in. So next we're just going to cut this off with some gloves on, and then we're going to change our gloves to put the muffler back on, because this stuff is, make sure you wear a face mask and all that stuff, because this is all fiberglass. Not all of it. Some of it's fiberglass type. I'm guessing it's all fiberglass. There's a wrap right there. There's the inner wrap right there that usually stays on whenever you have an old muffler, and then this is stuff that usually stays in the chrome part. So this is going to get thrown away because I don't want it in there. But if you decide to ever put it back, you can find this stuff usually on Amazon. No, maybe not Amazon, but eBay, or you can buy a whole new baffle that has this stuff wrapped around it. It's like $100 and something bucks. So I just put the baffle back in, and then that piece back in. But when you put that piece back in, the nut right there is a 11 millimeter. So now we can see, I mean, we can see it straight through before, but so you have to tighten. This one's already threaded on here. You can thread that one all the way in, and then you get an 11 millimeter wrench, and you can tighten that one up in there. I got all that wiped off, so here's the startup. I haven't even heard it yet.